DeFINE is a leading program dedicated to fashion and technology, co-founded by the European Commission's COSME program. Over the past 3 years, the project has been fostering collaboration between the fashion and technology industries, creating a network of fashion tech startups, SMEs, incubators, accelerators, and investors. It is a project that is approached systemically, so it doesn't just support or startups or research centers or BSO, but it really approaches the whole system to build up a real ecosystem working within the context of fashion tech.
When you're a startup, you have so many things to do and you cannot do everything. But with the structure of the DeFINE program, we really could go into things that we wouldn't have done otherwise.
It was a really incredible experience. Being chosen was obviously a huge highlight for us last year. I find as a retail tech founder, it's actually very difficult to find a place where you fit in. A lot of the tech accelerators are aimed towards fintech, big tech, AI, and all these sorts of things. And then the fashion incubators are really aimed towards product-driven startups. So to find something that marries kind of the passion and the creativity of fashion with the purpose and innovation of tech is just amazing and something I really hope to see more of.
Being part of the DeFINE project was really exciting on account of it being the first FashTech community across Europe. It was an opportunity to not only connect with like-minded startups, but also connect with mentors we wouldn't ordinarily have access to within our own geography.
Being part of the DeFINE bootcamp first was really a really good thing for CyRIC. I had the opportunity to meet a lot of people in the industry, and then being part of the mentoring program was the confirmation of all the good that the program could bring to startups like CyRIC.
The DeFINE program has been extremely supportive for small startups and research and development companies like Skin Series, because I think it's at this early stage for research and development companies where you really need to understand the importance of IP and strategy and collaboration with businesses.
The opportunity to meet more senior professionals who were intrigued by the idea of product we're building and sort of gave us the right guidance and right strategy to take it to the next level was a great experience for me.
It was very interesting because when we started the mentoring program, we were very focused on our initial business model, which was B2B, business to business. And finally, we grew and we evolved into a completely different direction. And DeFINE was a great opportunity just to feel that we belong to a community, that we are not isolated. So for me, it was a great experience just to feel myself and to feel our business integrated into something wider, and particularly not to feel alone, not to feel isolated.
It was really important to adopt business management tools from the entrepreneurship strategy to how to access introductions, maybe, and access to laboratories, how to do network, and what kind of languages investors speak in order to have a fruitful conversation with them.
We were able to provide a very extensive palette of skills, from IP management, patent making, from website design to investment strategy, from corporate law, sourcing, pricing issues, promotion, social networks, and so on and so forth.
We did a mapping and we identified more than 200 investors who are involved in the sector. And we saw a very strong dynamism from the investor to see this sector growing and change. And also they seem to be very interested to look at how to bet on the future changes of the sector.
We went into this with, I suppose, a number of assumptions about what we thought FashTech was, and we learnt along the way that many of our assumptions were wrong, and we were pleased to hear that. Actually, we found that there was so much more appetite for what we were doing, and why we were doing it was helping to drive the project forward in a way that we had really not seen until we started.
It's vibrant because of the buzz around the fashion tech and on the technologies, and also inclusive because we had the opportunity to see for the first time in this sector more female entrepreneurs, more female founders, and the inclusiveness of the teams.
There were two parts that were really interesting for me. The first is definitely about the investment readiness, mentoring with the startup, because obviously to get to know them, to go through their project, to understand their background, where they are coming from, why do they want to go into that new venture and new direction. I think it was very interesting to do that and to help them to come to this pitch presentation preparation as well. And the second point as well that was really a very strong highlight for me was really the discussion we had between investors. It was very interesting to get to know them, of course, to have them in one room together, to talk about why are they investing in the business, how do they compare to the other investors, and trying really to understand what's for them.
The main benefits developing a fashion community as DeFINE is setting up a network where small companies who are just starting a business in unknown territories as fashion tech really can just start to share best practices. So I think it's really good for all those little pioneers finding themselves in a network because they're not part of the classical network.
There are a lot of really important lessons during the project, but I think for me the main one is the fact that programs like DeFINE exists and have to continue to. Even though I sound a little bit grandmotherly, but like when I started out in fashion tech, there was nothing like this. We were like all on our own, and with all of the other fabulous fashion tech entrepreneurs, mainly women, out there, we kind of had to set up our own network, and we were longing for something like DeFINE.
Every meeting was a highlight for me because it was challenging and it was giving and giving back.
For me, it's a very good introduction in the fashion industry, the network, the way things work. For me, that is the biggest benefit.
To look through the same lens as them and analyze the products from a different angle was sort of mind-blowing for me, seeing that it didn't have to be the way we were thinking of it. It could be done in a totally different way.
We took a lot in terms of ideas, in terms of understanding that we are aligned with the industry. For me, it was important to see feedback and that people are saying, yes, it's right, it should be there, that we are going in the right direction and showing us the path to go.
We would always want to be in touch with the experts in every different domain. So being part of a network as big as DeFINE, it really opened doors for us. So we were able to connect with the people we wanted to.
We were able to not only release new products with the support of DeFINE mentors from University of Borås and UAL, but we were also able to have the support which enabled new product systems too. One notable product which had quite a lot of success was our Petit Pli one-size-fits-all mask, which ended up being listed as one of Time's best inventions of 2020.
The benefit of being a part of a fashion tech community is actually to meet people who have different opinions on the fashion industry and who work in different departments in different kind of companies. And to actually, the biggest benefit is to actually have this opportunity to merge opinions, your opinion with my opinion, and to create something new. I think it's a little bit more about evolution and how mentors helped us to see things that we have, to look at the right things at the right spot at our project. So there wasn't any revolution, it was an evolution for us.
The integration between the activities of the project, the activities of the startups themselves, and the support that they can have from the entire network at different level, I think it's the most important lesson that we have learned.
I think the highlight will be the network which has to be established and the knowledge and the connection, because everybody will leave this project with something which will influence and help them for the rest of their career and their lives.
The development of the community was a key benefit of this project.
The DeFINE map is a key milestone of this project. It's a unique interactive tool helping fashion tech entrepreneurs find business support services across Europe. Entrepreneurs can browse our map and learn about all the different support options that organizations offer to help them develop their ideas and grow their companies. They can identify the different types of actors, from industry clusters to innovation spaces, to incubators and accelerator programs. They can also have a better idea of the specific focus of each program, if they are doing fashion or fashion tech or more like IT support. And they also get a very good overview of all the different services available in these organizations.
Technology is enabling rapid innovation in the fashion sector and inspiring new business models and new ways of approaching product development. For me, a network helps to share the knowledge, and so we can learn from each other. FashTech has so many different examples and aspects to it. It's not a one-size-fits-all product or sector or type of activity, and no one can be an expert in all aspects. But as a network, we've got a collective expertise that we can draw on.